And welcome to our live discussion in each nerdy committee. Just kidding. I'm Beastie Boy.
I'm Table.
I'm Red.
I'm T-Stain.
And it is I, Shino Brando.
Flick. And we'll be discussing recent news from across the multiverse live from video games, anime, comics, and more. So stick around to see which one of us has who the fuck asked tonight.
That's a
Wait,
you know what?
Sir.
Having seen all the news in preparation for everything, that's a good question.
Yeah, right? Well, because we're not doing the comics, so like, we gotta see who's bringing it.
All
We'll
right,
see.
let's start with some news, shall we?
Yes, starting off with your boy. We're gonna do Book of Boba Fett stuff. So, Book of Boba Fett recently had finished just yesterday. Yes, today's Thursday. By this recording, all the stuff. But yes, so it finished yesterday with the finale. I thought it was pretty good. How it ended, I enjoyed it. I had enjoyed bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But on Rotten Tomatoes, based on 18 reviews, it's gotten a 50% already with the last episode.
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
There are problems.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
I can see some of them. I understand, but it's just like it's rough. The fan reviews are not any better though either. Apparently, especially over the directing by Robert Rodriguez. So
Yeah, it's a very divisive show, man. It had its up. That finale was right. My takeaway from that was I don't know. It was a a battle at the OK Corral. I don't know if anybody didn't watch. If you don't like westerns and you're not into western, probably not a reality, but that's how they move, man.
Described as modern Star Wars shows are Favreau and Filoni fighting about whether or not they're telling a western story or like an Arthurian legend, and you really got to figure out who wins. And in this case, the western won, which is fine.
Yeah.
Just that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. It just because like there's parts where I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. This is cool to see this character, so and all this stuff. But like at the same time, I was like, they really did this? Like they really made that decision? Like, so some parts of it, I was like, some parts of it, was like, So I don't know. It's kind of 50-50. From
like,
go ahead.
Prior to the finale, like, don't get me wrong, seeing what Mando had been up to was fun, but that didn't really belong in this fucking show. Now, did it?
It's called the filler arcs. No, just kidding.
But
I enjoy watching him do things, but that was a different show.
There's theory behind that though. They're just saying that this was just a part of a broader umbrella of other things going on. So Book of Boba Fett is just inserted. So treat it. Think of it like. Did you really need Rogue One? You know what happened, right? It's there, right?
Yeah. So this that filler arc.
You got it.
So what I'm hearing is you guys keep calling it Book of Boba Fett. What I'm really hearing is its real title was Mando 2.5.
It was Book of Boba Fett for 3 episodes, and then the rest of it was Mando 2.5.
Yes, that's how it went.
That's essentially
basically basically they use it to tell what happened to Boba after the Sarlacc, and when you're caught up, it was Mando 2.5.
Look,
literally.
The Power Rangers biker gang, incredibly funny. Don't get me wrong. Incredibly funny.
Did you not like Power Rangers Turbo? I like Power Rangers Turbo.
I like Power Rangers Turbo.
There? And how can they afford to keep their bikes that clean but not afford water?
On Tatooine.
On Tatooine!
Bizarre.
People be broke, okay? People be pricing shit very high.
Are they cleaning their bikes? Are they spending all their water on their bikes? Explain!
There's potable water and there's non-potable water.
And that's why they're thirsty.
But also mods. They gotta keep up, the instructions and all that stuff.
Yes. Speaking of, there's Cobb Vanth is a mod also now. Because end credits.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that's been that for Boba Fett. Going to the next piece of news is my favorite piece of news because it's fucking Telltale. Because it's good shit.
Yeah, talk to me about this, man.
Fucking Telltale, those lovely bastards, came out with a little live stream, I believe, what was it, Tuesday, discussing, just giving a sneak peek of, seeing Bigsby and what's happening with like, production, all this stuff. So as of currently, they're still in like, not pre-production, but production of like getting the episodes get together, like making sure the episodes are good and all this stuff. Everything's like practically set. They just have to actually like flesh them out and work on it and get it down. But yeah, they were just discussing with the CEOs of like the co-founder of the new company, which I forgot the name, and then the other guy for Telltale itself. But they were discussing with that, talking with Big B himself, like the voice actor, and for Snow White. And as you can see, there's images of the new character render models of what they look like, which is unique. They're using Unreal Engine, which was not used before, so they're keeping it still pretty close, but with just basically HD graphics. Like it's like, oh, it's still same style of what you used to love, but in 4K. Is what they're saying. Like, like they basically just sort of like Unreal Engine and look. Like
you see it? You got it? All right.
Exactly. Like they're literally just like pizzazz. Like that's what it was. But yeah, the intro of the teaser trailer is in retrospect, if you haven't seen it, it's basically Bigby's just actually from where it takes place is 6 months after the original ending from the first one. So going from there, you're gonna be basically seeing Bigby like tailing someone, and you'll see a few Wizard of Oz characters. I'm not saying who, but just watch the trailer for yourself. It's so far interesting, and on
You're
the bottom,
gonna see flying monkeys.
We might see a flying monkey. We're gonna see a flying monkey, but I'm not saying. Well, you have to see the trailer again, like I said. But in the trailer, you won't see him. I'm just saying you're gonna see stuff. But it's very quick. In the bottom picture too, you're gonna see him in anger management, which is just him, having to kind of be able to still work in his ways, but with restrictions or compromising in a sense. So that's how they're kind of bringing him. And I'm just happy they're back because we got something.
I'm not mad at that. I'm happy it's back too. I like Wolf Among Us. It's pretty unique, man. So I'm happy.
Yeah, so as long as the company's back and we're gonna hopefully get more stories later on, that's all I asked for. So
me too.
Some good stuff.
Right on. All right, what do we got next?
All right, Table. Where would you like to begin?
Let's go to video game news because we just did video games. We'll do more.
Nice segue. The way to transition.
We got this. We're experts of our craft. Okay.
Or swipe.
If you guys have heard of Ghostwire Tokyo, because I didn't until earlier this week, and I'm through the fucking roof about it. So technically, the showcase was last week during our show, so we couldn't possibly have talked about it. But it's coming out in March 25th. On March 25th, so it is soon. Like this is up fucking coming.
Oh yeah.
And it's like. So it's by Tango Gameworks, who generally do like some spooky stuff. But this is like their big foray into actiony spooky stuff. And guys, the main character wakes up in Tokyo where everyone has basically been zooped by this fucking fog and yeeted out of existence, as far as we know. And now everything is full of like weird, spooky monster people. And also, you're a little bit possessed by some guy who gives you magic powers.
I can explain it. I can explain it in the quickest way.
Do it.
Think not Inhumans, but fucking like Terrigen Mist, right?
Yeah.
But fucking mixed with Jujutsu Kaisen, Loki with sorcery powers.
Mm-hmm.
And then magic, Doctor Strange. So that's literally what this like.
Yeah.
That's.
I cannot do justice to animation for the combat here because the wire bit. You can literally like pull at these golden threads to immobilize or manipulate your enemies. You've got all sorts of like, jutsu type hand motions to cast spells, and you've got a fucking bow. And, that kind of shit. I'm not even kidding. It looks fucking great. There are colors. It's kind of dark. It's got some neon-y aesthetics. There's an element of open world, like clearing gates type thing, the typical towers and sandboxes, except they're full of ghosts. Those ghost sections appear to be the most like horror element, where everything that you'll be interacting with during those segments will be just up in the fucking air and trying to kill you, probably. There's some guy in a mask who is in some of the images I put forward that are not visible right now. It looks so good, okay?
Yeah.
And the showcase has all of the like a bunch of people from the devs talking about it, and they're so passionate about this project, and they fucking should be, because it looks great.
It you already had me at fucking beginning, so I need, you know what? I am gonna go suffer more hours. Give me that money. We need to go get this next. All right.
Yeah. And just hopping onto what you were talking about, this I think was announced like last year from one of the
And it got delayed.
video games. Yeah, so like we're finally seeing something, and I'm like, okay, I see you. Like,
they really went from okay, we're delayed jazz hands to here's a showcase to it's coming out in a month.
So if you look over next month, it's right there. It's coming there. Like,
we stopped talking about it. Now we're ready for money in 3 weeks. Get ready.
Your bank account's lit.
That's what Lego Star Wars did to me.
So
I'm glad you fell in that trap too.
I got Lego Star Wars. Thanks.
Yes.
We love video games.
All right.
But you know what else we
Right.
love?
Yes, what's up?
Comic books.
Talk to me.
So we've talked about briefly that DC is going to be doing this Death of the Justice League event. Justice League number 75, I believe, is when they're going to be killing the Justice League, or at least a significant portion of them. As I think we could all guess, that's going to be part of a bigger event. DC has announced their next crisis. It will be called Dark Crisis. And the very first tie-in following Death of the Justice League will be their free comic book day book. Following which we'll get the Road to Dark Crisis, and then Dark Crisis itself, which will be a 7-issue series, which will be out in... Look at me scrolling through my terrible notes. Anyway, I'll talk about it while I find the date. Point being, Dark Crisis is going to be primarily a legacy story featuring a whole bunch of the characters that we've gotten from Infinite Frontier, and it's going to be tying them together. We'll have, surviving Green Lanterns, but we'll also have Jessica Cruz and what's-her-face from Far Sector. I never remember her name, just her hair.
Me either.
We're going to have the new Wonder Girl stepping up to the mantle of Wonder Woman.
Yara Fleur!
Please. We've got John Kent, obviously.
My boy!
Superman. He's been doing that for a while now, so it'll be nice to see him be that in the Justice League, as well as just running
with his
around
fucking
on Earth.
Kamen Rider belt. Yeah, okay.
Yep. And in the ever-present debate of who the fuck is Batman if it's not Bruce Wayne, DC's apparently committing to the Jace Fox bit, and he will be taking the role and the mantle of the Cape and Cowl during this event.
Oh, snap! Beastie, he's in. Batman's black.
It's fucking canon.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And during Black History Month, let's go. Anyways.
Oh,
It's a big win.
Yeah.
okay.
Nutmeg is even like, yo!
Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, man.
Official card.
Can whoop your ass and break your neck.
That's Drat coming in with, that's great. Excellent. Yes.
Just in time for Black History Month.
So my little bit of input here is, so Table and I during an episode went through the excruciating detail task, the very hard task. Trying to use a big word. I'm dumb.
Excruciating task. Yes.
Thank you.
Agonizing.
Thank you. Of going through every single crisis. So that means when this ends, do we have to do an ancillary episode?
Well, you want to guess what? There's not a whole bunch of information about what the fuck is going on with Death of the Justice League and the Dark Crisis, specifically because they're trying to tell you a story and have it be surprising as it unfolds. And it'd be silly for them to tell us exactly what's up with Dark Crisis before we read Death of the Justice League. But what we do know is that this is going to be a big quote, so bear with me. In the original Crisis on Infinite Earths, the homeworld of Pariah, along with the Infinite Multiverse, was destroyed. And this guy, Pariah, survived, and he has found a way to bring his homeworld and the multiverse back from the dead,
This fucker.
destroying Earth Zero. So he's calling upon the Great Darkness, an ancient destructive force that first appears in Swamp Thing, and he's going to be using that to just fuck everybody up. And the Great Darkness is what kills the Justice League in Death of the Justice League. Paving the way for our next generation heroes to step up. We also have a bunch of images of, I don't know exactly what they are yet. One appears to be a vigil being held at the Hall of Justice for the Fallen League members. Weirdly, you have Slade Wilson across the street with a bunch of spooky, shadowy figures. Those spooky, shadowy figures, presumably also the ones on the image on the left, because you've got like Darkseid, that asshole from Darkest Night, what appears to be a bitchier Green Goblin, but I think is actually one of the like antimatter guys.
That's
And the Angie Batmans.
Yeah, I swear that's what's his name there. Is that not Eclipso? That's Eclipso.
Yes.
No.
Eclipso, you're right.
They brought Eclipso back.
I think the guy in the far back that's not the red one, but like with the weird horns, might just be Ares, because that motherfucker turns up to cause problems periodically.
Or could be, or Magog, because he's a fucking problem also.
You're right. But basically, there's going to be conflict not just against the Great Darkness, but also, I'm guessing, this team of assholes going, but what if we all do want to die to create the multiverse? And people being like, that sounds stupid.
This is like a you problem. Like,
I'm excited because while it's fucking around with multiverse shenanigans, the creators have firmly said that it's going to be grounded in legacy. And bitches know I love a legacy. That's what I love DC for, and what they do so well. I'm really excited.
Right on. Nice. I like this news.
Sweet.
I thought we were gonna
about the end of May.
I thought we were gonna live a little bit longer before we saw another crisis. I guess not.
Fool!
Since Dark
DC,
Knight's
it's annual.
It's been a while since Dark Knight's Metal ended.
1 year to date.
Exactly.
Just say
Annual.
God.
It's recent.
Damn it.
As is the style.
DC. Boom.
All right. So, this is usually the time where we would go, hey, we're going to run ourselves an ad. We're not going to do that. We're just going to say, hey, if you really like our content and you want to support us any way you know how, you can use your Prime Gaming. And also, we are available. We post content on TikTok. We are available on all the social medias. And we're right here twice a week. So if you like what we do, go follow us on your platform of choice. So that way we continue making things for you.
Look at my wonderful co-hosts. Not my face. But theirs. Theirs are nice.
We like making things. But we like people enjoying our things as well.
Yes.
So, with that, let's get to some more news, shall we?
Who's up next?
Me.
Oh, okay. Go on.
So, this one's going to be, I'm going to rapid fire through some things.
T-Stain, thank you. Prepped. Right, thank you.
Right,
Done, ready.
okay. So,
okay.
What if I told you? So, if you look on screen, I have episode titles for 3 shows for you.
Okay. Go on.
Okay. So, someone found through a TV service in the States that they have released the episode titles for Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, and one for She-Hulk.
Okay.
So, let's go through them a little bit, shall we? Let's start with Ms. Marvel. Okay? Episode 1, Kamala Khan, Embiggen. Episode 2, Lock and Jaws.
You better give me big boy.
You better give me the doggo. You better give me merch.
Yeah.
You better give me a big doggo. Doggo.
Okay. I better see him or else I'm pissed.
Nutmeg just shared 50 bits. Thank you so much for supporting our content in that way.
Sweet.
Thank you, Nutmeg.
Thank you.
You a real homie.
Yeah. The woman I looked up to, so we can guess who that is. New Kid on the Block. Dope. Awesome. I hope to see the Backstreet Boys show up too.
No, we don't.
Episode 5 is My Faith. and I'm really
Mhm.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And episode 6 is only here to save the world. Okay? Coming faster than anybody can even fucking predict is Moon Knight. So, in order, we've got Dissociation, Lost My Temper, Above the Law, Blood Moon, Darkest Night, which is a weird Marvel DC connection I didn't think I was going to make tonight, but here we are.
Here we go.
And Spectre.
Okay.
Is that
And
in brackets?
They
So
have
Shake it up.
shake it up.
Yeah.
Yep. Shake it up.
So I hope Zendaya shows up in that. Anyway.
Stop. Oh, no problem, Nutmeg. I see you.
And for She-Hulk, episode 1 we have is The Rules Don't Apply.
For her.
Okay.
So that makes me hype for all 3 shows. I'm really excited. I kind of wish Moon Knight wasn't first, if I'm being honest. I kind of wish Ms.
Mhm.
Marvel was first if I had the pick.
It seems like She-Hulk starts midway, like as we come close to an end for Miss Marvel, anyway.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be Moon Knight leads right into the week of Doctor Strange, and then right after
Mhm.
Doctor Strange is gonna come out, we're gonna get back to back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go
Okay.
fight it.
All right. So the other big thing that happened this week is we had
Mhm.
ourselves a Nintendo Direct.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna rapid fires through some my personal highlights. Right there at the very end, we got Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Okay, now me, Beastie, and I, and Shino and I, okay, we're different flavors of the same weeb. Okay, right? Okay,
huh.
there's
Okay.
okay. There's characters in Xenoblade Chronicles
Mm-hmm.
that listen. Here, let's just do this. Sloan,
Does
you should
she
get.
sing
Yeah,
his bottle?
exactly. Yeah. I
There
got
it
that.
is.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
There's many a cat girl in that game.
Start spraying now.
No, because this is for cats. I'm not going to encourage this.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And I'm telling you,
We need a new strategy.
You're right. They just might like it too much. You're right.
hang on. All I'm saying is I really appreciate their design. That's all I'm saying.
Red.
knew it.
Red.
Okay.
Just
Next. Okay. A remaster of Chrono Cross, the sequel to the legendary game Chrono Trigger. I am so overly excited for this.
You know, I really want to remaster Chrono Trigger. Okay, Chrono Cross is good too.
Listen.
We're close.
If Chrono Cross selling well gets us to Chrono Trigger, I'm in.
You know what? You might be right. Okay.
So
Sales
the
are
big,
good.
The big important thing is it is done in the style of this 2D HD that Square Enix is doing now. So
Okay.
they started with Octopath Traveler, and now they're doing it with Project Triangle, and it looks hella dope. So in this one, not only can you change from the original soundtrack, which is fucking awesome,
Mhm.
to a completely remastered soundtrack, you can turn off random encounters,
Mm-hmm.
but also content that was only available via the Satellaview, which is an ancient broadcasting service that was only available in Japan, which essentially region locked parts of the game, well,
Mhm.
DLC at that point, is going to be weaved into this story where it naturally was supposed to occur,
Okay.
right from the jump.
So making it a bigger story rather than DLC.
Correct. So
As
April
looking
7th,
shit.
Square Enix.
Wait. Look at that table. They heard you, and they said, "No, we'll give you a full game. We will not rob them." All right.
They listened.
They listened. Okay.
Okay, so I bet y'all are wondering what the fuck
Mhm.
happened to our boy Kirby.
Yes. What is going on with the Rose God?
Okay, so right now, Twitter's favorite joke is Kirby is the throat goat.
Damn.
You're goddamn right, I was waiting for it. Anyway, so
You're a
Kirby
little
goes to
slow.
inhale enemies.
Wait. Remember, Kirby. I told you what Kirby's quote is. You might have to get the spray bottle from me. I'm sorry, T-Stain. Kirby's quote. You know.
feel like this is bad because this is
It is.
encouraging you guys to see if
Oh.
you can make me grab it.
This is also true, but Kirby's quote is, "I want to feel you inside."
Nutmeg started with Bravely Default and Bravely Second, and they're having a blast. So Kirby goes to inhale some enemies in this trailer, and he absorbs a car and becomes Carby.
That's right.
Kirby
I
fully
think
loaded.
scissor lift mouth mode
Literally.
You
is
got
really
it.
the one that got to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Scissor
And then he
lift
goes to
mouth
absorb a
mode.
vending machine, and he be vending machine, and he shoots cans.
Listen,
Because
Kirby, I told you this. Kirby has transcended mere beings. He's now even objects. Whole thing's absorbing.
Right. So, you can also enhance your abilities in the new Kirby game, and so you don't just get fire. You might get volcano or dragon fire.
God.
That. Okay.
He is a god.
You speak of God, okay.
Every single trailer in this motherfucking direct excited me more as we went. Okay? There's a couple little ones, but the next big one I want to talk about is EarthBound.
Go on more. Talk to me.
EarthBound, for those unfamiliar, in
Mhm.
my personal opinion, is in the top 5 RPGs of all time.
Listen here. Listen here. He might be out of line, but he's right.
Okay? So, not only are we getting the one where Ness comes from, for those unfamiliar and only familiar with his appearance in the Super Smash series, but we're getting the prequel, which was only released here in North America on the Game Boy. And so, because the Game Boy's sound graphics were incredibly harsh on the ears, it compressed the shit of it and destroyed it.
Yeah.
damn.
So, not only are we getting it the way it was intended, but we're getting them for essentially free if you already pay for the online service.
Wait, hold on, pause. Hold on. Wait. You're there now? I could just go and get that right now?
Yeah, right
Is
now.
what you're saying?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. We got 30 minutes? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I might have somewhere to be actually.
Yeah,
you know
sorry,
what?
I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, we're,
Okay.
Switch.
if you want to see us play EarthBound for a little while, you should let us know. Cause I'm gonna play EarthBound. Shino, you gonna play EarthBound?
Why ask questions to which you already know the answers to, my friend?
Table, are you gonna play EarthBound?
Of course I am. Of course.
You goddamn right, we're gonna play EarthBound.
Nutmeg says yes, please, and you know what? Now we must.
Oh, gosh.
10-4. Tune in on twitch.tv/NerdCrusade Monday at 9 p.m. to watch us Nerd Crusade on EarthBound.
Please play some EarthBound, because that's a jam. You know what, Nutmeg? You don't even have to ask anymore, okay?
110 fucking percent.
And 21% on top of that shit.
That's it. Okay?
That's
So-
what I'm fucking for, guys.
Moving on to my last piece of content.
Uh-huh.
This month, throughout all of our Itty-Bitty New Year committees, we are highlighting people of color creators. And so this week, I want to highlight the person who helped me get back into comics, Rob Jefferson, aka ComicsExplained.
Talk to me. Okay.
Okay? So,
Okay.
this man's silky voice was part of my introduction to comics. So, a little bit of backstory. When I got back into comics, I entered university initially, and then I was just too broke to afford comics. That's just the way it goes. So instead of that, I picked up what I could with a little bit of money that I could scrape by. But between ComicsExplained and one other channel, I was able to keep up with pretty much everything weekly and got a better understanding of the characters that now we talk about week to week. It is because of this man and the way he talks, his silky smooth voice, his ability to tell a story in his own words. Give him 30 minutes and he'll make you a comics expert.
Nice.
I feel that. All right. I like it. I like it.
Without this man, part of me would not be doing this show.
I get it.
It is
Right
because
on.
of this that I get to have these nerdy conversations with my friends week to week
Mhm.
about all the silly stuff that goes on. I personally owe this great man a deal. Currently, he used to be on a weekly podcast known as The Weekly Pull. That show died and it got resurrected as something else, but that's okay. It happens.
That's
Mhm.
life. Yep.
Right? And so now not only does he do voice acting, he's interviewed the likes of Tom Hardy, Tom Holland, some more Marvel cast. He does voiceover work. He continues to put out the main content on Comics Explained, the channel.
Nice.
So
Nice
if
work,
you
man.
like what we talk about and you want to learn more, go follow this man.
He does the bit
He does
He
the
does the
arguably
thing.
better than we do it.
Mhm.
You know, we be featuring people who be doing our job. But goddamn.
Experts of the craft.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, that, and also like we look up to them for like to build us, right? It's through like
That's-
the different ways to spin content that we learn to better ours in ways.
Mhm.
We aspire to be, man.
Exactly. So not only do we showcase creators, we showcase parts of our heroes too.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right, that is the end of me. Sloan, where would you like to
Interesting.
begin?
Oh God, how am I supposed to
Yeah.
follow that?
What you got?
Kazoo's help.
Mine is kind of a something old, something new. So I will start with Shang-Chi, if that's cool.
Sweet.
Stain Shang-Chi.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, this is just kind of an interesting bit in that it's been solidified. We know that the Marvel movies, well, obviously inspired by the comics, tend to deviate pretty far.
Hmm.
And in some instances, we allow comic books to exist in one universe and MCUs to exist in another. However, sometimes the MCU retcons something in the comics. And that's what's happened, specifically with the way that the rings are portrayed. So if you are only familiar with the movie, you've got the 5 rings that are like bracelets. In the original comics that ran for decades, it's rings as in finger rings, 10 of them for 10 fingers, and they each have a different power.
Mm-hmm.
The Marvel Comics has gone ahead and said, yes, the MCU depiction is what it is moving forward. We're retconning the previous. The thing that caught me about this is, as I was looking for stuff to talk about tonight, the first article I came across talking about this is so bitterly upset about this retcon. Like, just angry. And I'm not being someone in the comics, like, I don't know. You can get really invested in comic characters, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, one of the things they conjecture is that, this is all Marvel MCU's fault for making the fans dumb, is the first takeaway. But, you know, they conjecture something like, oh, they had to change it because movie fans who wouldn't read the comics anyway would mix them up with the Infinity Stones. And I'm like, that's a perspective. That's one conclusion you can draw from this.
One of those where you go, I sure
Um,
hope you fucking stretched before you went for that reach, buddy.
Right?
Damn.
And yeah,
Oh.
and like I think that the visuals in the movies are super engaging. I think that it's just fair to say that like the way they did it in the films catches the eye more on screen.
Yeah.
I also just think that
I can tell you right now, in the amount of lives I've lived, I can tell you right now that there's nobody else who gives a shit about the rings of Mandarin that much, and
Yeah.
these guys are petty as fuck, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, coming out of that movie, no one gave a shit. Like any diehard fan who came out of that movie was just like, I don't give a fuck what they did to the rings. That's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't care what they
some
did to the rings.
real
There was a
petty guys, man.
motherfucking dragon that's winning an Academy Award.
Like,
right? But yeah, so that's just interesting to me that, like, to me, it makes sense as kind of an outsider. Like, I don't know if I get to have an opinion on this, but the idea of retconning it
Pause
for
on
me,
that.
Always get an opinion.
You consume the media, you have an opinion. Stop that.
And
I
we
didn't-
have a platform, so you get to voice an opinion.
There you go.
you've described everything that's wrong with the internet.
God damn right we did. Fuck 'em.
You've just explained every reason why I don't. But anyway, to me, characters like this, and the MCU in general has been about bringing characters who weren't frontline to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah.
Right? Especially with everything that Marvel's doing now that's like, I'm not going to say it's driven by diversity. I think that it's partially driven by diversity. I think that it's good. I'm not going to suggest that, like, I don't know. They're telling good stories. They're telling good stories. They're telling diverse stories. Both of those things are great. The fact they're doing them together is awesome.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You know?
Mhm.
Like,
listen.
retconning this to me makes sense because you've introduced this character back to an audience. And anyone who thinks that the MCU isn't also about getting people back into the comic books is lying and is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will add to that. Marvel, as of right now, does a pretty... They don't fucking meet par when it comes to pushing people towards the comic. They're like, there's a Moon Knight thing coming out. So 6 months ahead of time, when we barely release the trailer, we're gonna start a Moon Knight book, and by the time it gets to the Moon Knight show, we'll have a trade to put on a shelf in a specific store that nobody's gonna fucking go to.
Yeah, fair point. Retconning at this stage doesn't seem weird and out of place to me.
I think the
And
big thing as well. I'm sorry.
no, go.
like,
Someone
that-
other than me say something.
Comic retcons, you always got to take it as a case by case basis when it comes to like shit they change in the movies, because some stuff that they change in the movies you're like, sure, whatever, go nuts, no one gave a shit. And then some stuff you're like, you've changed the story fundamentally, and if you fuck it up, I'll come for your throat.
See, and
I
I
don't-
like that you bring that up, because this article again, and like maybe we want to post it, maybe we don't. I don't know about giving them the web traffic. They list off Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain Marvel, the Eternals, what looks to be X-Men, and now Shang-Chi. And it's like, whatever retconning happened there was totally different reasons. Like, this is very much just, it's so weird to me. It's so weird to write such an angry article.
People are
Imagine-
mad at X-Men retcon because Wolverine likes guys now. It's too hard for them to take.
You're still upset about
He
the
likes
Rumble.
Bubs.
Like,
Yeah. Like, I don't know, maybe, like, yeah, maybe the 10 rings with 10 different powers was cooler. Can you imagine how long that movie would have been to justify all of
Take
that?
time out to talk about the 10 different rings individually. Like,
Yeah, and it
You
would have
wanna
been...
no.
And one was better, they fucking shoot lightning and crap thunder. Like,
Yeah. Well, and that's the other
Well-
thing, is, like, these... I would argue that all of these powers are represented, like, flame beam, electro beam, ice blast, like, you know...
Disintegration beam,
we are
like,
this
yeah.
close
yeah.
to the X-Men, and half of those you just listed are X-Men powers. No, stop.
Right. So yeah, that's been retconned. Whatever they decide to do in comic books with that now, that's guiding. And like to whatever degree that if you're the movies are so prevalent in pop culture that I don't think a first-time comic consumer is likely to get into the comics if the comics are super different from the movies. Like there has to be that kind of grounding force.
listen, on final notes on this shit, I'll just tell you right now. One, it's good that we got away from the Mandarin because that shit, fuck. So that
Mhm.
needs to go. Two, no one gives a shit about the Mandarin and his fucking 10 booty hole rings. Okay, no one cares. We can get rid of him and do something new. It's fine.
My dude
Yeah.
talking about like he's got 10 fucking cock rings. Like,
That,
But like that's the big thing, right? That like genuinely, honest to
Yeah.
God, who actually gives a shit about the 10 rings as they previously existed? And these new ones are more economical. They save you time. in every context. This is just a better plot device than 10 individual MacGuffins this guy is carrying around all the
Right.
time.
Because
And
if you have 10 MacGuffins, you have to create 10 problems.
No.
Like, please, no Billy Goat's Gruff movies. That would be great.
Are you that upset over a guy named after fruit? Because I mean, like, what?
Yeah.
It's starting to look like the
And
fucking
also-
Green Lantern cover. Like,
Yes, like it
Nice,
feels
good
very
call. Lantern. Was that?
Can you imagine?
deep,
Hold
good
on. Can you
stuff.
imagine a black, like an African villain?
Mm.
We call him banana. You know what I mean? Like this. The 10 Rings of
No, no,
Banana.
no,
You
no,
know,
no.
this
Oh no,
stupid
it's
shit.
Coconut, come on.
contain, like.
Yeah, you know what? Fucking dumb. Anyways, all right.
Anyway, yeah,
it's stupid.
that's the something old. On to the
Mhm.
How
something
dare they
new.
get mad about this?
Oh, wait,
Uh,
can I put this up for who fucking asked them?
That's the one I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Okay,
like
let me-
as someone who's using the films to kind of guide my like getting into the comics. That was interesting to me to know the retconning. So, I don't get the outrage. Again, whatever. I didn't grow up with the comics, but were you that
happens.
attached to the character? Were you
Let-
that
let-
attached
Oh!
to those 10 rings?
Listen, nobody is. Listen here, T-Stain. Marvel, welcome to the house of fucking retcons. It happens every Tuesday. Like,
Just
what?
3 weeks ago, they changed the fucking Punisher, which is a different story for a different day, and we'll
Yeah.
we'll move on to some more news and we'll talk about it later. But
Remember,
like,
remember that time? You remember that time Wolverine killed Magneto? That's right, because it didn't happen. Okay, but it did. But it didn't happen. All right,
remember Days of Futures Past?
Don't.
You don't, because it didn't happen.
it didn't happen. But it did. But didn't. Cool.
Remember
All
that Inhumans show? No, you don't, because it didn't happen.
right. that didn't happen.
Existed.
That's for the best.
What are you talking about? The hell? Remember those
Is
Ghost Rider
Marvel's
movies?
Runaways still a thing?
It was it.
All those variants have been taken home to TVA and taken out of existence. They're gone.
Yeah.
now.
So
It did-
it did a crossover with Cloak and Dagger, and then they both swiftly ended once the Marvel actual MCU shows started coming out.
Mhm.
Ah, okay.
Just
Looks
to,
at Nicolas Cage,
just
Ghost
to
Rider.
give you a real answer.
Oh, do you know who's being considered for Ghost Rider?
Don't say Nicolas Cage, because I know.
Nicolas
Please
Cage.
No,
don't.
not Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Oh, I cut this as news, but
We've got different news. How about we do that first?
yeah, we'll do that first. Yeah,
We'll sit on.
we'll sit on. We'll come back to it
Well,
next week. Next week, everybody, stay tuned.
Mhm, mhm.
Hit that follow
I-
button. Hit that
Oh, wait,
subscribe
I know who it
button.
is. Oh, I know who it is. You're talking about Daryl Dixon. Yeah. Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I brought that up before. Don't worry. I brought that up already. Don't
Norman
worry.
Reedus
I
has a
saved it.
flaming fetus. What?
Okay, let's
What
go
the
on further
fuck?
now. More news. Thank you. What's Jordan Peele doing?
Okay. Yeah. Following up with my reaction to what Red said. Nope. Which is the title of Jordan Peele's third horror movie, which we now have some official images for. This is super exciting. Like, basically nothing's being said about it yet aside from the fact it's happening, and that in and of itself is news to take pause over.
Nutmeg guy appreciates you.
oh man.
Yeah, that's
That horrible game. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
that's basically it. Is we're getting a third film. We do have some images of some cast. We have some of that. Like, that's super exciting. I know it's not really in our wheelhouse, and I've already taken up a lot of time on my other thing. Yes.
No. So it's so
Are you-
this is definitely in our wheelhouse. Horror is definitely in our warehouse, and Jordan Peele's brand of horror, 100%.
Oh, right. It's
Mhm.
so good. We don't really know much about this aside from the fact that it seems to be like he's taking some of the Western elements. Very cool. Also maybe some spooky clouds, as we can see from the current existing cover art. I'm excited, and I'm gonna be following this pretty closely.
Well, you know what? It's got some talent in there. You got Daniel Kaluuya, you got Stephen Ewan. Those are some strong names there.
Yeah.
Who's this in the middle here? I'm not familiar.
That's
That
Kiki
is
Palmer. That's the
Oh.
good old Kiki Palmer, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Good-
is that?
This girl's staying busy actually with the amount of work she's getting right now.
Mhm,
She's
mhm.
staying busy. Like,
Mhm.
you know, okay, like as Rihanna's getting her like, whole news and all the shit with Fenty and babies, right? This girl, she's like lately been picking up work like crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So,
excellent. Well,
She's
happy for her.
doing, yeah, she's keeping busy on her end.
Yeah.
Right on, cool, cool.
Sorry, the other announcement that goes along with this is we are getting the official trailer in 3 days. Going to be during the Super Bowl halftime.
Understood.
So-
yes.
Which
Fun
I'm
fact
so
of-
sorry for anyone
So,
who
fun
now wants
fact-
the
Canada,
Super
yeah.
Bowl.
So before we continue saying that particular S word in content creation, we refer to that specific football-based event as the big game.
Oh,
Is
Big
it that
Bowl.
copyrighted?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
They
Damn.
canceled the Kitten Bowl this year, which I think is a real fucking shame.
Oh,
God damn it.
Yeah.
God
all
damn it.
right. Wow.
Yeah.
I
Today you learned.
Fear the NFL.
the more
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
I
Isn't
know,
everybody
half the
excited
battle.
for the big game?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
100.
That's I don't want to call it that. It has enough clout.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. But yeah, so trailer's gonna be released then. There is a teaser out if you don't want to wait the 3 days. And I assume as soon as halftime's over, someone will have it uploaded to somewhere where you can do it without engaging with the big game.
Good old YouTube. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's all
Aye,
I
aye,
got.
Captain.
On to
Right
some
on.
more news. Shino, sir, where would you
Ooh.
like to begin?
Surprise me, man.
Okay. Okay.
You
Yeah.
know how it
let's-
goes.
Okay, I'll surprise you. Okay, you go.
Mhm.
Okay, you go.
Mm-hmm. Show me what's on the screen.
Yep.
Oh, well, you want to start deep? Okay, fine. So Ray Fisher, he's back with Zack Snyder. Yep. He's joined the cast of Netflix's upcoming Zack Snyder Sci-Fest Rebel Moon.
What the fuck?
Mr. Fisher joins Charlie Hunnam, Jimon Hansu, Bae Duna, and Sufella. Shooting begins in April. The story thus far is Butella's character leads a peaceful colony on the edge of space. They are bothered by a vicious tyrant named Belisarius and his vast army. The colonists send out a mysterious girl with a checkered past to go gather some warriors from neighboring planets to fight back. I'll tell you right now, some of this sounds actually pretty fucking cool. So, there's not much detail on characters here other than Jimon Hansu will be playing a character named General Titus. His allegiance is unknown. Bae Duna will be playing a nemesis chasing our heroes. She's supposed to be really cool with a sword, literally Zack Snyder's words. And Ray Fisher will be a resistance fighter named Blood Axe. I want it, so I'm not mad.
I got one question, and then I'm gonna tell you how much I
Who
want this.
asked?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did he take like a page right out of the Todd Father's book of naming characters?
What do you mean? This guy was just like, I have McFarlane's entire library.
Damn.
Where do you think I get all these names from?
It's not Bloodsport.
Blood
I
Axe.
bought-
Okay,
I bought into Image Comics. Shh, don't tell
so
anybody.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Damn.
Okay, having Gina Carano in this movie kind of turned me off. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
But
that's fair.
coming from the legendary mind of Zack Snyder, and I saw through 4 hours of his fucking movie. But also,
Mhm.
now we have actual talent, and I'm like, oh,
Yep.
I could be sold.
Blood Axe.
Do we know
Bro,
if it's a
his
movie
na-
or a series?
His name is Blood Axe. I don't even know what else to say to that.
I love that he like took his kid to like a birthday party where they were playing laser tag and just stole some 11-year-old's laser tag name.
That's what he did.
Wait. What are you playing? Call of Duty. What's your screen name? Blood Axe 647.
Shit.
Going
let
in my
me-
movie.
Holy
XX
God.
Blood Axe 647XX.
Let me just
Yeah.
write that down.
No, fuck it. Let me just get the.
Let me just put that down. Blood X.
Oh, where's it?
We're
Right,
not
right. Your
kidding.
name suggestion? Blood X.
I so desperately want to mock this movie for being rip-off Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it so easy. So easy. But
Oh,
at
it's
the
called
same
Rebel
time,
Moon.
it's got my attention.
You see this? You see this?
No.
Blood
X.
It'll make
That's right.
it'll make
That's
money.
That's right. That's right.
Do you think he'll actually get Max or?
You know. No, imagine his name is just Blood Axe, and it has nothing to do with his actual. No, my first name is
His
Blood.
name
my
is
last name's
Blood
Blood.
Axe. They're gonna give him a gun.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 guns.
I'm,
You know what
I'm
they say
trying to-
about characters when you know what they say about characters named after the weapon they. But in this case,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
You kind of cut up just.
you
We
cut out.
lost the,
Yeah,
what
we're
they
back.
say
it's
about
been-
characters named after the weapons they use.
You know what they say about you're not supposed to you're not supposed to name characters. You know what I say? That's lame, but not today. It's fine.
Today.
Not
Today,
I think
we're
we
like,
got
today.
This one.
Today
Blood Axe
gets
is
a
fine.
pass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Rebel Moon. Fuck it.
Yeah, me too. Move along.
Yes, sir. Let's stay
as-
in a galaxy far, far away, shall
As
we?
you're going on, just real quick, just Mr. Snyder, are we sticking with that name? Keep it in.
Save that galaxy. Save that stuff for last. Go to the D&D stuff.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Oh, that was a tease. Stay tuned.
Save
Well,
that for later. That's the good stuff.
All right.
Never give away the good stuff. Red, how dare you? You should be able to tell what's good and what's not. You start with Zack Snyder. You're gonna insert Star Wars in the middle, like, and then undone D&D. How dare you?
Okay, so D&D. What's up with D&D?
Well, no one asked for this, but Rawson Marshall Thurber is gonna head a D&D series on Netflix. His current curriculum vitae also includes Netflix's Red Notice and its upcoming sequels that nobody else asked for. He's got a deal to write and direct a 1-hour pilot. Entertainment One's president of Global Division, Michael Lombardo, says he has plans to extend this universe, as is the style, into multiple shows and such. They expect to have product out early 2023.
Nutmeg is sitting in our chat, vibrating away. Keep talking.
Oh, well, I don't have much else other than that. Literally, just a 1-hour pilot. We'll see what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to, as is like The Witcher on Netflix. You're gonna start with one program and stretch a bunch of programs with it. So you're gonna have like a lot of inserts of like creatures of D&D, magic of D, and weapons of D, and your mom is of D, and everything of D&D. Hey, like, give me do. Yes, Beastie.
First off, that was savage. I heard that. Mom's D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, they have like, okay, here's the thing. They've had like many different content creators and YouTubers and all this stuff like make different per se like Critical Role and all that stuff and different types of like D&D type of shows. So like, why not just like do it
This
with
feels
one
like
of
Wizards
those?
of the Coast trying to get in on it more.
Yeah, and or like and like I think they have
100%.
like Box of Machina. Isn't that like a new?
Vox Machina, The Legend
Yeah,
of Vox
that's
Machina is Critical Role's current animated show. which
On
is-
Yes.
Amazon.
But it's on Prime, not Netflix.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So like, is Netflix just trying to like, hey, let's do that
Yes,
too? Like,
100% they are.
Oh yeah, of course.
They've
And,
been,
like,
monopolizing the new the
WOC
new
will
animation.
take
Mm.
money from anybody.
Amazon's like, we're doing Lord of the Rings, Power of the Rings, and you're like, well, Dungeons and Dragons, bitches. Checkmate.
but and then we're like episodes look like, but you're not doing it first. We know, but we're still doing something.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
Yes,
do you
sir.
got, Red?
Wizards of the Coast will take fucking money from everybody because, honestly, didn't they just put Lord of the Rings stuff into their fucking Magic game?
You mean like Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering does a lot of weird shit all the time. It
Yeah,
has
didn't they
recently
just do,
incorporated
like-
some D&D shit? I got one of the D&D pre-con decks, which is pretty fun for Commander. But like they're
Fucking nerd.
steals stuff
Magic
all
the
the time.
Gathering
like,
is the
What?
physical equivalent of an NFT.
That is not true. How dare you say that to me?
Is it?
I
Is it
play this game with
to
my
that back.
friends.
I'm sorry.
I play this game with my friends.
I'm
Mabel!
sorry.
Mabel, listen.
I'm
you're
sorry I
still
said it in
cool.
front of you.
You're still cool in my heart, man. That's all right. I D&D as well. Okay,
Wait.
don't worry.
Wait,
I
is it
You
is
know?
it time for a segment?
Oh no.
It's not. We got more
NFT.
news to cover.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Tate. First off,
I'm rattled. I understand your
I'm
opinion, but
sorry.
I'm shook.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
Well, look,
Damn,
man.
damn.
D&D. Look, some of our audience, some of our fans are very happy with this news, and so okay. I'm okay with this now.
Drat
I
comes in
I love D&D.
with the Magic the Gathering is the digital equivalent of an NFT.
You know what though? Drat in the chat, just dropping mad facts, bars. Okay.
I
Damn.
listen.
I'll make it up to you, Table. I'm sorry.
No, hey! Tate, we take the back
Yo,
now.
Table.
Why? Still you, me. Don't worry about these guys.
Also, I haven't said shit. So I'm on your side, whether you like it or not. All
You're
right,
still
I'm just
cool.
over
Yeah,
here.
You're still
I'll recover.
cool, Hearts.
I've got ice cream downstairs. I'm excited for it.
She has
I've
wine.
been timed out.
I don't know why.
God,
Jesus.
an assault
right.
upon my liberty.
Move along. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yes.
Anyway, what do we got news-wise?
Yeah.
Go on, please, sir. Serve up my screen.
Tis
Down the
sir.
middle there. Sir Anthony Daniels. If you don't know who that guy is, he's C-3PO.
Fucking learn
And he
yourself.
returns. That's right. Learn your. Get educated out here.
Get your head in
right?
the game.
Right? Sir Anthony Daniels returns to the galaxy far, far away, this time donning a motion capture suit. Gone are the days of the Tin Man suits that he used to have to wear. He made light of this on his, I think, in Twitter account by saying, finally, a suit that fits. Yeah, I think they're doing a lot of. We're going to capture Sir Anthony Daniels on screen as C-3PO to keep that likeness for as long as possible, because these guys are getting older,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to preserve as much as possible. So forget the tin can. This is gonna be a lot more easier to film around him, and they can capture as much as they want. And I think they're using him to do stuff for like rides and pictures and extended stuff. So his likeness will be attached to that droid for a time. And lastly, I think
Hello
he's
there.
actually doing a project. Yeah, I think he's doing. Sorry, I think he's doing a project for his droids right now, which is. By the way, they gave a little synopsis. Someone snuck a synopsis of the show, and it's gonna be about C-3PO and R2-D2, like pretty much shepherding. Yeah, that's right. The gay droid. They're gonna be shepherding a new hero in their show.
No.
Guiding them that hero on their journey. So, that's all we're getting so far about that. So, who knows? There's a lot of speculation that the trilogy that's got canceled and the Kevin Feige movie that's coming up is going to be a very large culmination of things. As Kevin Feige likes to do giant things like Endgame, they're going to do that kind of stuff for Star Wars, but this time good. So,
I wouldn't count on it being good this time, but I will dream.
I mean, Kevin Feige is like, listen, I don't know who that person is, but I'll hang with you, Dave, and John and Taika Waititi, and this girl's cool. Who are you, Bryce Dallas? Yeah, you can hang over here. You know what you're doing. You can play with my toys here. You can play with Obi-Wan. That's
Welcome
cool.
to the sandbox.
Yeah, well, yeah,
wanna
you're
come-
cool.
You want to
Tatooine.
come join the White Men Club? Here you go. Come on.
Yeah, just come join us. And then it's not Taika Waititi's there.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
Don't
right.
be
You're right. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
And then Kathleen Kennedy's like, "Can I join?" And like, no kids allowed.
He did
Get
look at
outta
Bryce.
here.
They look at Bryce Dallas Howard. They're like, "You come on, come
Yeah,
on."
you get in here.
Kathleen's kind of just like coming in. It's like, "Can I join?" And they're like, "No, never again." Like,
They look like
Do you have your-
they look
Do you
at
have
her
your
and go,
vaccination passport?
damn. Damn.
I didn't think so. Yeah, we're fighting Kathleen Cooties. Get out of here!
Like cooties.
No one
Yeah.
wants that.
Hashtag Kathleen Cooties. I love it. Okay, stay over there. Like,
Stay over. And lastly,
Yes.
Hello there.
Jesus Christ himself. Listen, Obi-Wan, some call him Ben, most call him Daddy, Kenobi, returns to our screens May 20. See, that's right, I said it. What we do know is, is that it's a standalone. Dang, you're welcome. It's a standalone season. It will be as short as Boba series, so about maybe 6 or 7 episodes, but they may be lengthy. It takes place a decade after Revenge of the Sith, which is shortly around the time of Fallen Order. So we'll be seeing Brother Inquisitors hunting Jedi, mainly Kenobi.
Live
There will be
action Inquisitors.
There will be scenes filmed. There's scenes filmed with both Obi and homies. So expect to see Ewan and Hayden de-aged screen on a bit on screen. There will also be flashbacks to Order 66. It starts on Tatooine and goes on a fun adventure that includes. And there's a fucking rematch of
Maul
Obi in his prime
Maul.
versus Darth Vader.
Vader.
One more time.
All right, I'm excited for that.
And
obviously, no one can fight Darth Vader without being turned into slush. But you know,
yeah, exactly. And to up the juice a little bit too. It's not just only Vader, but it's also, I think it's also Hayden in the Vader costume. So, and Hayden's still pretty nimble. So he's not gonna be. It's not gonna be stiff Vader. It's gonna be more nimble. Fucking, I'm gonna try to trash you, Vader. Kind of fighting. So
it's gonna be all I see in front of. Sorry, what was that?
Sith Vader's very funny.
Yeah, I know.
But you were saying, Red?
Ignore what I said. We have someone new in our chat, Bell TTVS. I believe that is our good buddy Vel, who joined us for our Vex stream a couple weeks back.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome to our weekly show.
Like from Rogue One, Drat, exactly. But this time against
exactly.
There's
a very famous comic panel that depicts Darth Vader going, "Really? Because all I see in front of me are dead men."
It's a great panel.
That's right.
And
yeah,
if it's that Vader, I don't watch many. I'll be honest, I don't watch many Star Wars shows. I watched Visions and I liked it, and I'm fine. I'm watching fucking Kenobi week to week, guys.
It's Rogue One Vader, like Drat said in chat. It's that yeah. It's God Vader, and it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be a lot of Hayden in the costume too. So you get bald Hayden with makeup in and out. So yeah, man. I mean, shit's going down in a few months. May 25th. Get your dates ready, man. Get your TVs ready. Call in sick if you have to. I'm gonna tell my work that I have possible diarrhea.
And knowing your work, that might not be a logical excuse.
Yeah,
you might be right.
Unfucking fortunate.
But I'll take my chances. But that's my news, y'all.
Delightful. Real Star Wars, fake bullshit Star Wars. What's not to love?
All right, so this is the point at the end of our show where we ask our audience who brought the who fucking ass news. Is it Kirby? Is it phony baloney Star Wars? And then phony Filoni Star Wars? You're welcome.
Down.
It could be yet another DC crisis.
Right?
Is it anger that it's 5 bracelets instead, or 10 bracelets instead of 10 rings?
That's the news. That's the one, because no one's mad at no one. I don't know anybody who's just like, I'm so heartbroken. Why? Because they changed the Mandarin.
It occurred to me that I could go back and see the author of this. It is someone named Matt McGloin. Matt McGloin is furious about this.
Listen, Matt, you're the sole mad audience member out there who's mad about this change. And I feel so sorry for you, man. That's a strange hill to die on.
Do you want to bet the kind of guy who is also mad that Danny Rand is no longer Iron Fist?
That's exactly it. That's the guy. Yes. Same dude. Same people who get mad at Jane Foster's Thor. Yes, dude. You got it right on the head. That's not my Thor. No shit.
No, probably I
They're
mentioned
No
the same
fucking
people
no,
that
this one's got cancer. Like,
it's probably the same people that are like, Spider-Man's not black.
Yes, he is.
Like,
the fuck he's not. Like,
What do you mean he's not?
right?
just like, have you seen the Spider-Verse? Thank you.
Oscar Barrios 2022. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button and joining the crusade.
Welcome to the Crusade, man.
Oh, actually playing the jump game? Oh shit.
it's a game.
Well done, another TTV viewer.
My favorite villain in the world got changed. Who? The Mandarin. Oh, what?
This was posted at 10 a.m. this morning. There's 38 comments on him, and all of them are disagreeing with them.
Is that fresh?
This man posted it.
No, it's fresh. No.
Unlike
man.
Boba Fett, it's
Maybe.
certified fresh.
Oh my god.
Man.
This dude woke up with a
Sorry,
fresh
I
pot of
didn't say-
coffee.
Yeah, no. This is also a really delayed reaction, which implies that it's thought out.
Wait.
Like it implies that he had time to
Sitting on
Hang
this
on, wait.
for months.
Shang-Chi
see-
came out in September.
Beastie,
Yep.
I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this.
I
Yeah,
love
woke, he woke up in the morning, had his cup of coffee. They changed the man. No one does that. No one's doing that. Okay.
Or the direction is like, you know what? Let me get my coffee. I gotta pull some shit about this.
Yeah, like,
Fucking
no, I refuse, man. That guy just butthurt because Marvel did something. You're changing because the movies. Shut up.
Yeah, and
Again, it's gonna be mistaken for the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, man. Shut up.
No.
if you
God.
nope, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
No. There are dumb people
Yeah.
in the MCU fandom. There are a lot of them. They're inescapable, actually.
No, man, you got straight facts. Yeah.
People aren't that dumb.
Matt, what was his name again? Matt McLoin. Yeah, he literally was so bothered it was bothering his loins, and then it just like hit him in the groin because it was that bothersome.
Oh my God.
I see the
There's-
joke. I see it.
You heard him right there. You heard him right there.
Ugh, just the Shoryuken. Anyways,
Show me where the MCU. Show me where the Marvel announcement hurt you. There, and a bit in my bum. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were butthurt over this.
nice.
Dane, you picked the silliest news this week, and I am thankful for it. Who
do
the
what I
fuck
can.
asked, Matt?
Who the fuck asked that guy? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking looking at his article
No,
like,
and to be fair, he's specifically talking about the retconning. The retcon may have been announced more recently than the release of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might have changed.
I
it in
don't know why I'm being
Mhm.
fair to someone who's taking this hot of a take.
it's just us.
Because
We-
I'm
we're just
short
us.
and I need moral
Listen.
high ground to stand on.
Listen, man. Top 5 villains in Marvel. Okay, the Mandarin. Shut up.
This guy and his nuclear fucking take. His
man.
bones are gonna be glowing for years after this shit.
usually
Yeah.
usually on Twitter, like people go, haha, ratios, or they're kicking your ass in the quote retweets. Dude, we're kicking your ass on the show.
God damn it, man. Your favorite villain is this green Asian guy who looks like a real racial stereotype? Are you mad, bro? I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, man. God damn it. Get the shit out of here.
Don't give us the link. People can go find it on their own. We're not even gonna fucking bother.
Man.
No,
we
we're
don't,
good.
we don't want to
Fuck that.
unintentionally send hate that way because Lord knows they're already getting it.
Bro,
Yeah.
there's a
You don't
reason
even
why
wanna
they
send
make very
traffic their way. Don't give
there's a
them-
reason there's a reason why they make very limited action figures. There's a reason.
limited run action figures.
Right?
God.
Damn.
Thank you, T.
All right, sorry. That shit hurts me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that shit hurted. Anyway, that is the end of our show this week. If you want to support us in the things that we do, you can follow us on YouTube by searching Nerd Crusade Pod, where we just put out an episode on should we color code characters, where we talk about lots of characters that have been swapped races in the ever debatable race swapping trope that is in Hollywood right now. and should they?
Oscar Barrios, yeah, Doctor Doom is like top 5 for sure. Big flex.
Exactly.
I agree.
But the Mandarin. Ah.
All right. You can also chat with us on Twitter at Crusade Nerd, on Instagram at Nerd Crusade, and wherever you find your podcasts, because that's our sister show, the Nerd Crusade Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and button mash a thumbs up. If you want to swing by when we have a new video, web up the sub button. Oh, and while you're at it, hit the bell to be notified by.